thing.
No, I'm the one that's having a hard time. I can't get JavaScript to work. I can't get any validation on dates to work.
Did you use JavaScript this semester?
No, that was last semester.
Okay, that was Glenn Buth complaining just a second ago.
We're running PHP.
It's recording now, just so you know.
I don't like JavaScript.
So there's giving credit to Kristen's help with the API key, just so in case this file stays on this computer and someone happens to stumble across, like, oh, hey, whose is this? So anyway, okay, so we're going to go into the Flickr controller.
In all fairness, I made up a fake app name and I said I'm using this for school, so I mean, what are they going to do? I'm going to make something
Just use like Sean Stilson.
yeah.
Sean's porn app.
You are recording, Sean.
Link to my Flickr account.
All right.
Should be Shauna Stilson.
Yes. He'll never figure it out. Totally incognito. Okay, so we need to do, just like with the table view controller, collection view controller does these delegate methods where it requests its delegate for information and its data source for information. One of the things that's going to, oh, by the way, can you see this now, Adam?
Thank you.
I really bumped up the size. We got old man vision going on now. So
You turned 40 yesterday.
I'm also blind over here, so.
yesterday? Well, happy birthday.
You turned what? 40? You young man.
Yeah, he's a youngster.
Dead center in the class right now.
I'd love to be 40 again.
Elderly.
Huh?
I got next month.
Just give me 5 minutes. I'll get over there and whoop your butt.
Let me get my walker.
All right, so number of sections in collection view is going to be our searches. Remember that structure, that data structure that we have. And the number of sections. Now these are not just the individual, these aren't the individual images or individual items. These are actually the sections of images.
So you are number of sections. We did that last year.
Nope, that was unless I didn't type it in because I had 0 for the return.
Yeah,
I have number of sections in there. I just have to put it in.
we had 0 for the return.
Yeah.
That was already built in.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't have to really type that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. For this guy, now we're talking about the actual individual items themselves within the sections. So we take the searches section, index by section, dot search results, dot count. Another thing we got to code is the cell for row, or cell for item, I should say, at index path. And they already have this guy here, the cell that's using the reuse identifier. And we can just set the cell dot background color to be blue or something like that, so it stands out for right now. Eventually the image is going to go in that cell. For right now, I'll just set that to a color.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's just that.
Oh, background color. Okay, I got it.
Now we got to get into the bulk of it because we actually have to implement our search. So most of the heavy lifting is done in our Flickr photo and our Flickr search results. Those other or not Flickr Photo, but Flickr Swift. That's where a lot of the heavy lifting is done. But we have to actually handle what gets brought back to us from that search and display it. So I think here, if we go back into our controller, go down to the bottom, before the bottom, so still inside the class, because this extension method is actually outside the class. So you want to go, the curly right before that extension method is the ending curly of the actual controller file or class. Now what we want to do, because I think we already implemented the text field delegate up here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, UI text field delegate. So going all the way back to the early reaches of memory, back at the start of last semester's class, we did I think it was the login app, but we had a text field delegate in one of our in our controller that would allow you to, when you hit enter, it would do a search. So we're going to do that again. And the method that we want to implement is this text field should return guy. And we're going to make this a little bit fancy. We're going to create an activity indicator. You can tell we're in the intermediate class because I'm actually starting to use real variable names. This is an activity indicator view. And we'll use the one with the style on it. And the style we'll use is, if you just hit dot, it'll give you the different styles. For this guy, it's small, because it's just going to be contained within our text field. We use gray. And we'll do a text field. I think that's what we named it. Yep. Dot add subview. And that subview is the activity indicator. So as soon as they hit enter, it's going to commence with the search. But before it does that, it's going to start up this activity indicator to let our user know that something amazing is going on in the background and they can't do anything.
Oops.
We need to tell it how big to be. So the frame on it is going to be the text fields dot bounds. I'll set it nicely inside the text field. Then the last thing you do is you tell it to start animating. And that begins the little wheel spinning. It's kind of cool. Apple, they just think of everything. They got that built right in. Used to be you had to like create your own. And
I'm still getting an error like you are.
that's because we haven't actually, this needs to return a bool.
Okay.
We haven't got to that point yet. So so we get rid of the error, we can return true right away.
Being distracted all the time.
Thanks.
Yes.
I was. Yes.
I was old, I couldn't hear anything.
Wonderful.
Add the hearing aids in.
What?
Did
you say something?
Wi-Fi?
Okay.
Okay, so now the next thing we got to do is, now that we got our activity indicator going, we need to actually implement our search. So Flickr is the name of our class that we created. We actually have a variable named Flickr. And this is the method we want. Search Flickr for term, and we use the search term, string, completion, yada yada. The search term is going to be text field, that text. And then the completion handler, again, this is basically what this is like a function that you basically put code in line to handle. It's like embedding a function inside a function, more or less, is what we're doing. So what we have to do is close this guy off. Put out closing parentheses there, delete all this garbage, and opening curly, and then closing curly. And it wants an exclamation point after the text. And it's still not happy. What does it want now? What? No. Yeah, we'll get to
It
that.
says missing argument.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet. So we have to use, so it uses a method signature, so we're going to get results, comma, error, and then the keyword in. So hit escape if it tries to pop something up there because they're just using in. And then the in qualifier tells it, okay, it's kind of a weird sort of syntax. It's saying all this is happening inside this block of code that we're about to put in here. So like if I go out to Google, see if it's anything about in out there. No, of course not. I can go through a mile of other stuff. All right, well, anyway, take my word for it. That's what it kind of means. It's like everything after this is manipulating, is basically the function block that we're going to use. It's like an inline block of code. So, first of all, we're going to do the activity indicator dot remove from SuperView because we've returned from our method call. Now, so the way this works is this is like an asynchronous thing. So it's going to call this method, this flicker search flicker for term. When it calls this method, it's going to like fire this off and wait on it, and then it's going to be a while. It's going to call out to the API. It's going to get the search results, and then once it's done getting those, it comes back, and then it ends up in here. So this is where it returns to, and then so at this point, when we get to this line of code, it has made that call to the API, gotten the results, and it's back. So then we remove the activity indicator from the SuperView, so it removes itself from the text field. And the next thing we do is we use this fancy syntax of Apple's, their new Swift syntax, if let error equals error. So that I know is probably crystal clear, the meaning of that. So what that means is basically that's another way of saying something like this. If error is not equal to nil, basically is kind of the same thing. But it's a more graceful way of handling it. Equals if, I've got the let operator. Huh? All right, so if let error equals error. It doesn't like it? You probably got a warning, or did you get an error?
Oh,
That's all right. It's because we haven't used it yet. You can print error, getting image. Not used to this keyboard. And then we can put the error in here like that. And that'll print out to our console, our output. And then we return. So that's in the error case. Now that we've gotten past that, so in other words, error is nil. That means everything was, at least we didn't generate an error. We may not have results, so we have to do a check for the results too. So that's like saying if the results are not nil, then for right now, we're not going to do anything with the results just yet, but we'll say found results dot search results dot count. So this will tell us how many hits we got, or how many we got returned. Matching and then we need another one of these guys. Results dot search term. I think this is all correct. Yeah. So can you guys follow what that's doing?
Yeah, did you intentionally put a colon after it?
Where?
Oh, I guess I'm seeing.
Old man vision.
That was your mouse. Put your mouse back on.
Oh,
It's a colon.
there it is.
Yeah.
Colon.
I was like, it's on one screen but not the other.
All right.
Butterflies.
Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to set our results. Say self.searches. So this is the main. This is like if this is kind of like a double array. This is like the outer array.
This is supposed to be in the if.
Yeah, in the if let. Yeah. So this is we got results back, and now we're going to add our new results to our existing results because we're not going to clear our results, our search every single time. We're going to append the new ones onto the existing ones and create new sections. All right, so I'm still recording. Yay! All right. Dot insert. So we're going to do an insert instead of an append because the new searches we want them to be on top. So we're going to insert these at the results. No.
There's a contents of.
No, what we want is we want the standard insert and
Insert path.
results. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. No, it's insert results and then the add. I don't know why it's not. Why it didn't prompt.
Mine bump it up.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't. It should. Oh no, that's weird. I wonder if IntelliSense didn't just bring that up. Did yours?
As soon as I put insert, it did all the rest of it for me.
Huh.
The insert.
The active? I didn't know about that.
There's really no explaining why.
My IntelliSense, as soon as I started typing, I just
Yeah.
the whole results app thing.
It's like there's no consistency with
Working on
IntelliSense.
8.2.2 or what?
He doesn't know me check.
Okay, so then we want to reload the data. So the table view has a reload table data. This guy just has a reload data. That will reload the data for us. Then before we do the return true, we want to say text field dot text. I'm going to clear that out. Equals nil. And then text field dot resign first responder. So what that does is it gets rid of the keyboard, and then we're good. All right, so I think
So
now,
it's
Can you go
Resign
back
first
to that?
responder?
Quite done.
yeah.
Okay.
There's no CPR, no first responders.
You started up your simulator, didn't you, Adam? I bet that's why you got IntelliSense. It's funny because like,
No, I did too,
did you? And you didn't get IntelliSense?
but I got error on. Oh, by the way, sorry. No, I came back. Error on return true. Oh, is that? Oh,
Yeah, is it inside? It should be
I got this in the wrong spot.
should be two curlies after it before you get to the extension method.
See, he misses me sitting by him. Keep him on track over there.
Yep, now we know what his secret to success is. Let's sit next to Kristen. And now we're going to scale this guy up a little bit and wait a long time. All right, so this syntax is really similar, or I mean really it's everywhere in Apple stuff. But it's like it's half of the syntax highlighting is missing from here. Oh well. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta like restart Xcode, and sometimes that doesn't even work. You got to restart the computer, and then sometimes that works. So, did you watch the game all the way through?
I suffered.
You suffered through it?
What game?
I can't make the comment because we are recording.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to bring up the painful experience again.
Who's gonna win the next game?
Really don't because I don't want to see anyone win.
I can no longer predict it because I was predicting the Packers would win this game, and I was obviously way off on that. So
You take away that early missed field goal and then the turnover on the next possession, it could have been a completely different. It would have been a completely different game, you know.
yeah,
And now your defense plays with a close game rather than way behind, and they just
when they were when the
Some points in the first half of the game. That would have helped.
they left 10 points on the board right away.
yeah, if the Falcons had if when the Falcons got to 17-0, I thought, well, yeah, the Packers could still come back. But then when it went up to 24-0, I'm like, they're probably not going to come back from this.
Even at 17, the defense they couldn't stop anything. I mean, that's why it's the coaching.
Yeah,
The guys are just so far out of position.
your defensive line is not. It could be better too, though.
The whole defense could. If you look at the last, they won what 8 games in a row. It was not because of the defense in any game.
See, if you got a defensive line that's putting pressure on the quarterback all the time, you don't need the greatest cornerbacks in the world. You
They
know.
couldn't though. The ball was out in under 2 seconds because the
Yeah.
quarterbacks were so out of position.
Yeah, that's true.
My app does not do anything.
It probably won't yet.
It's probably old and broken.
Like me.
Hey, you said it right. Got real quiet over here.
Just wait till I get my walker out and I'm coming over and kiss your butt. What you say? You heard me. There's a guy, shoot, what is his name? He's a comedian. He was like, yeah, me and my wife, we get in fights over one word now. What? What? What?
I did get some funny text. Funniest one. When one of my friends said, "Happy birthday, old timer, go yell at the kids to get off your lawn."
What did you
That one
say?
cracked. Go yell at the kids to get off your lawn. That one cracked me.
All right, I'll search on the Packers here.
Yours does something.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not. So
No.
I think we were missing a line in the view did load. We need to tell the text field that its delegate is the controller. Field.
Where?
You did load.
View did load, but it's
Okay.
not.
Self-touch.
Did we not create? I thought we created an outlet for this guy.
Getting some weird options.
We did not wire anything up.
I guess we didn't. All right. Well, that's another problem. We're gonna need to do that. All right. So we'll need to go on our storyboard. I wonder nothing's happening. All right. So for that guy, our text field, you need to open up the assistant editor, and it should be the view controller. Yay! Except, wow, this is an interface file. It just decided to bring this up for some reason.
What's really crazy is I got the same thing.
Yeah, this is the Objective-C interface file. Very interesting. All right, so, but while we're here, so you notice that this is the UI CollectionViewController.h. So Apple, when they build out the app, when you compile it, behind the scenes, it's actually doing this. It's creating Objective-C interfaces. So that's what this is. It's all Objective-C code, and I don't know why we got that. So we'll try this again. And still got it? All right, so I'm going to switch over to manual mode, fly-by-wire. And we'll go from automatic to manual. There we go.
Which one do we want?
Yeah, what did you go?
So what you do, yeah, I went through that a little fast. So we're up where the assistant editor guy is.
Right.
If you come over here, there's an option to go to manual mode from automatic, and you go manual, then Flickr searcher, and
I don't
Flickr,
have Flickr search
Me
on the
neither.
game.
Flickr search results.
whatever yours is called.
I don't
I don't
have
have
one.
anything.
I have tvOS, simulator, iOS,
That's
simulator,
exactly what I
Mac,
have.
Watch.
All right, so I'll do it
I
again.
had those and then I closed out and opened it again and then.
Yeah, you should be able to click on the.
Already.
So then you get this
What did we want to go into?
you get this ugliness
It
here.
worked the second time.
Already
Mine
tried
are
it.
interface files. We don't want them, right?
Nope. So if you click
Close
on
up
the,
X30 up, and
you
then
go to manual,
do it again.
Flickr searcher, Flickr searcher,
Automatic.
Flickr controller.swift.
Jeez, still having some issues. Oh, we were there.
I didn't follow.
Flickr searcher, and what do we want to go under?
All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it again. So
I just missed the last
I'm
one.
gonna close this.
Yep.
So go to your assistant editor.
Yep.
That brings this up, and then where it says automatic, you change to manual.
Yep.
Flickr searcher, and then Flickr controller.
I don't have any of that.
Flickr controller.swift.
Yeah.
Automatic.
If you go to manual mode, you should have all that
I
stuff.
don't.
Okay.
Because
Mine is all framework stuff.
I have the same thing.
I exited out of this.
And I'll go automatic.
I'm not gonna make
Were
fun
you
of her.
on there too?
No, but it works better when she goes through
Man.
one spot.
Hey,
I got this,
clicked
man.
really
I got this
fast,
one.
All right.
And
She was on the launch storyboard instead of storyboard.
And the storyboard picture was up, so I just assumed I was there.
All right. So score
Okay.
1 point for the old timers and 1 point for the youngsters. So it's a dead tie. Because Isaiah helped Glenn and you helped
Okay,
Kristen.
so we're in the searcher
So
zone?
you're a member of the
Why are
old.
you breaking me down?
Yeah, we're in the Flickr controller right now. The whatever you call your view controller, that's where you need to be
I
using
think I
that guy.
clicked on it for you too.
Yeah.
So where do you want us to drag and drop this?
So just go below the file private items per row and do the control drag from there.
What are we controlling and dragging?
File, private.
The text field.
The text field.
Yeah.
Why did that happen?
Collection view.
It did not do a thing.
It's not dropping.
Again, this is spot to put it.
Yep,
Weird.
that's exactly what we got.
All right, so let's go ahead.
And manually do it?
I think it's because it's in the navigation controller, probably. Why is it not? Text field. Let's try it from here once. No, it's not doing it there either. Huh. All right, let's do this.
Did you name that field, by the way?
No, that's what we're trying to do.
Is that Ivy?
What's that? IB outlet, yeah.
UI text field.
It does not like this.
I know. I wonder if I'm going to delete that. My text field delegate.
Yeah, so I'm not even getting text field. You spelled it wrong.
Hmm?
You spelled the text field.
No, I know that's just the name I'm giving it.
Yeah, because I'm not actually getting text field. It's just a generic.
Oh, it's making me put semicolons in.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah, and then it makes you take it back out.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
All right. All right. Fine. I'm going to delete this, and we'll start over. We'll go over here to the library and pull a text field up.
What did you just delete?
I just deleted the text field from the storyboard. I'm going to go over here and pull a new one, drag it over, and put it in here.
You put it in the same spot.
Same spot.
So you do the top of the upper one, right?
Yeah, and it still doesn't want to create that. I'm not sure why. Action outlets delicate. All right, let's do it this way. I mean, we don't have to name it, but it's easier if we do. But I'm going to do this.
Outlets aren't, nothing's on them? Do we need?
Right. No, that's what I'm going to do right now is create. So if you go to the text field with the round style text field selected in your storyboard and go over to the right and then click on your outlet inspector and where it says delegate,
Yep.
drag that guy over and drop it on the collection view controller. And then that will wire. I think the reason why it's not letting us create this outlet is because it's a collection view controller instead of a UI view controller.
Which one are we doing it to?
Okay, so with the text field selected in the storyboard,
Yeah,
go over to the outlet inspector
got it.
and then drag from where it says delegate over to the collection view controller.
The yellow one.
Yep. And then that will wire it up. At least that'll wire up the delegate so that it should know.
So now when we go back here, should we be able to?
We should be able to run it now, and it should actually respond to that. We can put a breakpoint now in the where is it? The
Do
text
you want
field.
to actually type it in there too, or create that variable up there, or no?
No, we're just going to use that. We should be okay with just setting up the delegate. Let's put a breakpoint in here, and I'm going to run this guy. Run, damn it, run. All right, so we'll see what happens here.
Still doesn't go anywhere.
Well, Dan.
It's still been obstinate.
Okay, so what do we want to type in there? Anything?
Any search for anything you want to search on. If you want to get a picture of something, using some discretion, of course.
Return. Mine doesn't. It brings up everything in the text box. It just doesn't do anything when I hit return.
Right. Yeah, mine isn't either.
I wanted chicken legs, not legs.
So I have it set up as a UI text field delegate.
And now it's on center. Control Z for the month. And do it over.
Not sure why this guy is being so stubborn. This is getting frustrating now. I wonder, okay, hardware, keyboard.
Yeah, I still can't drop into that thing either to try to create the variable over.
Right. Makes a cool sound though. This is really weird. I don't know why that's not.
Interesting, it's good now. It gave me a suggestion as I typed it.
That's a good thing.
All right.
BB to Burr.
Use identifier.
It's like, you know, like which is like a card
Everything looks okay. It's set up as a delegate, so this guy, it should be getting into here, and it's not. All let's have one more look at this. Send events. Editing changed. Editing did end. Oh, I wonder if there's a property on this guy I'm missing. Placeholder. I'm putting a placeholder text in there. Position. Let's try the auto enable return key. And then I think the other thing we need to set is going to be the button style. Appearance return key. So where it says return key default, change that to the search. Yeah. And then let's give it another go.
Did you put something into the placeholder?
Yeah, I just put search, the text search, and for the search for the
Capital or
placeholder.
lowercase, doesn't matter?
No.
Where are you?
So he's in the properties,
STC.
the attributes inspector
Yeah, of what though? What do you click on?
of the text field. So if you click on the text field and then you go to the
Placeholder.
the placeholder, I put search, and then down in where you have the keyboard stuff, it says capitalization, correction, spell checking, appearance, return key I set to search, and then I checked the auto enable return key.
Still doesn't do anything.
I really like that sound.
Trying to use a REST app and a Swift app.
Yeah, it still isn't doing anything.
That's because the packers didn't do it. We should try something else.
Yeah, let's try something different. No, they didn't do anything here.
Falcons? They're still him. My brother lives in Georgia. He's a Falcon.
Yeah, still nothing. All right. Well, let's take a break. I need to go over this and see what I'm missing, and I don't want to just leave you guys hanging here. So let's take a break, and then I'll see if I can figure out what I'm missing here. And I will stop recording.